Hey Leo, welcome to Larissa Lily Temperance. Today we're doing your love read. This is for anyone, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Leo. And as always, a general read, so take what resonates. Overall, you guys know I could be speaking about you or your person or a surrounding around you, someone around you or someone around you, your ex. Guys, so take obviously the energies as they resonate. But Leos, I've been getting, I think you're probably one of my lightest energies and readings in terms of what's going on. The only issue with your readings have been is a lot of stubbornness. And I'm going to call this out. Some of you, this is definitely someone who you're truly connect with, or either they feel connected to you. So someone here is very connected, feels very spiritually connected to you. I'm going to go out and say very soulmate, and even for some of you feel twin flame energy here. So I think there's a lot of triggering energy. I think someone, and I'm going to call out Divine Feminine, is frustrated that the masculine doesn't see the value of the connection. And I don't always mention this in this reading, on my readings, and I used to do twin flame readings. I just haven't done them in a very long time. But I am also a twin, so I can pick up on these energies. And what I will say, being on this journey, feminines, if I'm speaking to a divine feminine, spiritual connections are here for our betterment of our soul, which is why my channel is about the soul evolution. So yes, this is an important connection, and what it's going to do is give you lots of value for your soul growth. So Spirit, let me get more energies exactly. Forgiving and learning. There's a lot here. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. To me, this is the value of these connections. It's like your heart is healing, but what happens is it feels like it's their fault, right? Because it's the surfacing of energies or emotions are happening when with them. But the truth is, it's healing energy overall that the other side, I promise you, it really is a blessing once you understand. So I do think a lot of you will come together. This isn't over yet. Every soulmate, twin flame specifically too, are different. Some unite and some don't. And that's okay, because of the growth that happens in the process. Okay, so I do feel, there you go, past life relationship. This is why I know I'm picking up a combination of the two. This is definitely, and hands down, I'm not even doubting the energetic surge that I'm getting, the energetic information I'm getting here. This is a past life relationship for sure. Give your relationship a chance, and we have reconciliation, because the lessons aren't done yet. What's happening here for the growth is not over. Those who are strictly soulmate, you guys will get back together. There's ego death happening here. I do feel a lot of healing. And I coming from this side of the camera here, Leo, it sounds like I'm like, oh, it's not easy. But what I'm feeling, the energy from this healing, what I'm feeling is what's gonna be felt when you realize, and it's very pure. So this can take however fast or slow you allow your soul to grow. We can be stuck on the ego, and that in itself is resistance, and that's resistance to change, resistance to growth, resistance to a lot of things, because we attach our identity to a pain. So Spirit, give me more on this energy for our lovely Leos. This is obviously a beautiful healing, and there goes the energy surge. This is what I'm feeling. This is accelerated motion. This is the Eight of Wands. This is pure energy. I feel this right here. This is what I'm feeling in this reading. You know, yep, partnership and alliance. This is the Three of Wands. This is all a soul growth of you two coming together to align. We have Five of Swords energy here, conflict and defeat, and sacrifice. This is the Hanged Man. So this defeat is going to bring you both into perspective. This is a perspective that's happening here, an enlightenment, an awakening for a lot of you. Yep, crown chakra. Anytime a crown chakra shows up, a chakra in general in a reading shows up, there is healing taking place. I love that this is the 7. You're being fed information, and it usually comes from your emotional body. The 7 is a spiritual number, journey to self. And yes, healing with the star, 17. So some of you know that 717 can be a twin flame number. So this is a lot about new beginnings, but also journey to self. So hope, healing, this is a lesson behind this, and suffering in silence. And this could be a dark night of the soul for some of you, where the silence, and you both will be silenced, because what's happening, it's, again, I feel for some of you, you just have to process it, because it's something that's happening for you, in the sense that you're learning something about your suffering, you know, versus projecting it. Okay, so give me more of this conflict and defeat. I think this feels like such a soul drain, this Five of Swords. Give me more of this conflict and defeat. And it's the Five of Swords, so it's mentally exhausting. 6 of Pentacles, and there goes the energy surge. And of course, there goes the Devil. And so again, we're clearing away. This connection's clearing away. You both will reciprocate eventually. I just don't think it's the time. So the separation's causing triggers. And again, this is that energy I was telling you, where 6 of Pentacles is the generosity to each other. And the fact that there's conflict, this is being clarified. This is clarifying the Five of Swords, is that there is a rejection being felt here. So there's an out of balance with the connection, where, you know, someone feels very treated unfairly, but the truth is, energetically, it's actually a codependent or a shadow aspect of us that needs to be moved through, right? It's a growth that needs to take place, because again, we're talking about 8 of Wands. This is, again, the Wands. This is truly an energy surge. Sorry, Leo, to repeat that, but I really want to emphasize how important that is right now. I'm even sweating. I don't know. Every time I do fire sign readings, I'm sweating. You guys make me so hot with your energy. Give me more of this Hanged Man. Why the Hanged Man here? Truly an awakening. So much is coming here, and so much to resolve. Yeah, the Guru. This is the Hierophant, and the Queen of Swords. So much in clarity. Also, it's putting you in harsher, guarded energy, because you don't know, we don't understand what's happening. And so definitely a spiritual awakening here with the Hierophant, understanding our fixed ways, dissolving our fixed ways. Here we are, definitely another 7. We're looking at a 7 of Cups, the illusion of life. This takes time to like tear down, to see, to perceive, to understand. There's a lot of it that's, you know, being understood. And a lot of those illusions are past, right? It's teaching us how to be more in the present moment, where we're seeing that the illusions of the past are also holding us back. So give me more of this crown chakra, which I love that it's here for a reason. And of course it is. You've got the 6 of Wands and the Magician. This is where we create. And it's almost like the soul, the wands are about the soul, you know, in the deck. And the soul is recognizing that up until this point, we've created a certain experience, and we need to know what we're attracting. Some of you going through this space where, like, how am I bringing these people or these energies into my life, or these repeated lessons into my life? 5 of Cups energy, but Ace of Swords in the bottom, which leads to a lot of clarity and truth. And it will put you in that 5 of Cups energy. Give me more on this Magician. Why the Magician Spirit? And it's great to be in that Magician energy. Beautiful. King of Pentacles. Stable, stability, grounding energy. So King of Pentacles is definitely a very stable energy, and it's definitely bringing you both to this place to stabilize. 10 of Cups, to recognize what truly makes you guys happy. Also manifesting a loyal person. It doesn't matter king or queen. We're trying to manifest something that's stable in our life. Give me more of the Magician. King of Swords, another king, and then we have a Queen of Pentacles. So there's a lot of energetic people, and what I'm feeling is you guys are evolving and embodying different aspects of yourself internally. And what's being presented is how you guys show up as on an element level. You're a fire sign. So right now there's a need to ground. You got the King and Queen of Pentacles here, which means you both see each other as counterparts. Also, there's a reason for this connection. It truly is spiritual here, right? With the Magician. You guys came to change the trajectory of your soul, meaning the path. 6 of Wands. Your path is about to change. And a lot of information, spiritual information, comes from this. I know for some of you, it feels so specific, very woo-woo, but it truly is what happens, you know. And when we're trying to change things, clarity comes in. It does put both of you in a harsher energy, only because you're trying to protect, right, your vulnerability, right? King of Swords, like no one wants to be vulnerable here. And we had the 5 of Cups before, where we were talking about there's emotions that are resurfacing that, you know, individually you guys are probably gonna want to resolve yourself, especially you, Leo, where you know you usually go inside to protect your own heart. Okay, more on the Star. Why the hope energy here? 6 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. And clearly you guys miss each other. 6 of Cups, want this reconciliation. This is spiritually connected. Again, fated. And 8 of Swords here. That energy where one sees it more than the other, which always will be, especially divine feminine. But don't, this is self-inflicted. It's a blockage on ourselves where we kind of get stuck in a certain place in our mind. So don't get emotionally stuck here for those who are divine feminines here. Give me more of this 8 of Swords. Give me more of this 8 of Swords. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, things are moving in the world. Things are moving extremely slow, and it's like an impatient energy of when. That's just it. These connections are, especially twin flame, I'm going to specify twin flame, take time. But those who are really going to have this reconciliation, it's here. And the truth is, once either of you, whichever one holds this blindfold the most, releases it, things will move. But it's only going to go, like I said, your soul only goes as fast, as slow as this Knight of Pentacles. But let's give credit to it being a Knight of Pentacles, where it's gonna be, you know, it's committed, you know. And here we have the World. So again, we're seeing the Ace of Swords. So lots of clarity and truth is coming out, and old ways are gonna stop here. Get more on this World. Why the World? Yeah, the fate, I'm telling you, it's fated. Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups. This love exchange will happen at due time. You've got the World and the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups. It's going to all happen in due time. There's a reason, there's a divine intervention. You two are about soul growth. I know it's hard to understand that, but it just is. It's one of those things where it's gonna change you for the better. Okay, more on this. Okay, Spirit speaking fast. Night, you know, unexpected. Interesting. I'm gonna keep that there. I'm gonna speak on it in a little bit. Give me more on this Nine of Swords. Why the suffering in silence? Yeah. So Two of Swords, not knowing what to do. This is where the control issue to me is coming in. We have the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. And what I'm saying is it was so unexpected that these are all swords energy. You got Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords. So all this imbalance has put someone here in a very vulnerable position. And, you know, this is definitely causing a lot of the accelerated movement that's happening in the growth. I do feel someone here probably feels there's competition. Getting more on this Five of Swords, like your person's putting their energy elsewhere. Getting more on Five of Swords. Yeah, like there's someone else. The High Priestess. There's something you don't know. Again, that's a block here to me with this Eight of Swords. So someone definitely puts a lot of noise. And guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen when we go through these energies, where the mind and the ego will play with you. But this is about truth. This is about authenticity, right? Getting more on this Five of Swords. I'll get another one. Three of Swords. So clearly, Three of Swords. A lot of pain here. A lot of not knowing. A lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of suffering. Also, the rise of the, because this is also a spiritual connection, High Priestess. So much information, so many downloads. This is an intense reading here, Leo. For those who are very spiritual, this is just a lot of information, and it's becoming overwhelming. And like I said earlier, for some of you, this truly can be a dark night of the soul. And it's hard to manage these emotions right here in the sense of understanding them and why things are happening the way they are. Because it's almost like, well, it doesn't make sense if, you know, we get along and all these energies, or even why you feel the way you feel about this person. There's a lot of question marks here. Let's see what the untold message of the heart is. What is the untold message of the heart? Heart, I love you. Intensity, yes. The feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. That's exactly what's happening. I'm saying this is overwhelming. The vulnerability of it is too intense, and so they run. And then here we go, the rejection, unrequited. I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. That's that energy I was feeling with this Five of Swords, where there was an abandonment wound triggered here. So the conflict and defeat clarified by the Six of Pentacles is because someone feels rejected, meaning they're not getting enough. But that may not necessarily be true. In the sense of, I want to say spiritually, yes, they could be possibly breadcrumbing you in some sense. But it has to do with both. I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. Both have rejection issues, and that's a separate soul lesson for the both of you. And then of course we have stubborn ... That's a strong Leo energy here. So again, where this is your reading, Leo, and stubbornness will happen where the ego kicks in, but we know it's because you protect your heart, your emotions. Doesn't mean you don't care about your person. And there's a lot of intensity here. So I run away to process them. This is it. The running away is to process what's happening internally. This is an internal journey. Ooh, Spirit. Oh, I know. Spirit, what are the blockages here? What are the blockages in this connection? So I'm seeing healing needs to take place. Abusive, you need to heal from abuse, physical, emotional, mental. And to me, this is that conflict, the rejection here. Someone here, their past energy, there may be mirroring here where you both experienced past wounds that just have to be processed. You know, it's so crazy how as a tarot reader, this comes up so much. And, you know, sometimes you're like, oh my God, aren't the subscribers kind of tired of hearing, how do I heal? The start of healing is when we face the pain, when we actually acknowledge it. If we're in a place of avoidance, then this will continue. And unfortunately, avoiding is much easier than facing it, right? And I love it. To me, this is always a twin flame card, light and dark. This from this deck usually for me is true soulmate twin flame dark card that shows the energy of what happens when you meet someone who is where your soul is about to grow. So in this card is light and dark, and you can't know light without darkness. And you both serve a light and a darkness for each other. So one light illuminates what the pain is. So you're both illuminating your darkness, but at the same time, you could see it the other way around, that the darkness has come to light and now you guys become light. Because again, the truest lessons, and you know, some of you are empaths here for sure. I always believe true twin flames are both empaths. Some people confuse twin flames with narcissists, which is not the case. If you know a true twin, you know they're an empath. You'll know. So you can't know light without darkness, and that is extremely true when you embark into this journey of light and you realize the darkness. This 3D world is all darkness, and there's so much lessons, and it will forever be a lesson, and you're constantly going to navigate through the darkness in order to keep your light body. Bottom of the deck is withered. Let go of the old and outdated. And that's exactly what this connection is trying to do for you, is to let go of the old and outdated, right? Again, to be more in the present. You experience more love in your present moment when you release and heal the past. So the old and outdated needs to be done away, because this has been a blockage for a long time. So, my Leos, I know this is an intense reading, but let's get you a guidance message, please, for our Leos or our watcher, whoever's watching this video. I knew it. How did I freaking know? Grounding. Listen, Leos and whoever's watching, because I think we are going to have those connected to this come to this reading. There's a reason Earth energy is here. And this journey is teaching you and your person to ground, right? So you are low on energy right now because you're ungrounded. Ground yourself with the earth and connect again with your body and practical reality. This will bring you success. And this is literally to bring you both to succeed now and balance your energy a lot more. So let's see what else, other guidance for Leo. I'm going to get one more for you. Facing fears. Yep. That's what this journey is, right? The unrequited, all this not knowing how other people feel, the pain from the past, which is what I'm saying. Like, there's a level of avoidance that happens when with the human soul. When we experience things, we avoid and think that this doesn't interfere or come up in connections when it does. And so here, facing fears is part of the biggest lessons here. You're running, but you can't hide. It is time to go within and face what you fear. What is holding you back in living your best life? You're the only one who can. It starts with you and ends with you. And the fact that it says it starts with you and ends with you, this is the cycle of the soul, that knowing it's always been you. And these connections show us that it's always been you and it's always been them. And so to become individually healed is what brings this connection even better and even stronger when on the other side. And like I said in the beginning of the read, the other side is so much better, I promise you. And again, we've got more earth energy. You guys could be dealing with the earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, Leo. You have Pisces energy, Gemini energy, a strong Taurus again, so it could be a strong Taurus, but someone who is grounded, practical, and reliable. I think energetically, this is all so you can literally ground. The two of you are grounding, and that's a good thing. I like to see this energy because that means this wheel, this next cycle of this connection, once you do the work, because first is doing the work. And this journey like is all about compassion. It's about the cup, the emotions, and how we're willing to look at it with fresh eyes and not from an abused, unhealed place, because we can't. This is where we know you faced the darkness, right? Now you're a light. You're the Knight of Cups coming in with fresh energy to embark in love and then in the world, right? Because now we're going to come back into the world, a new cycle of life, a new cycle of the soul, a lot healed and with a fresher cup of emotions, right? Our waters are not clouded, right? Because cups are about the water. The waters are emotions. If the water is clouded, then it's not good water, right? It's clouded. But if the water is clear, then we've healed, you know, a lot of parts of ourselves. And you want to start this cycle with clear water and a more rejuvenated soul and spirit. So, intense reading, Leos. I love you. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But remember to live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you into the next message. Bye.